In the quiet of Smallville, Kansas, Connor leans over the Kent family table, his voice cracking with anger and confusion. That's just it. Everything he stood for, everything he was to me, it means nothing now. It's all ruined. John looks at him with calm, steady eyes. Only if you believe that it is, Connor. No, not because I say so, because it is so, he insists, fists clenched on the table. Martha answers softly, Honey, Clark was never perfect. No matter how much you want to believe that. Superboy speaks up, his tone edged with concern. So you're okay with this? Martha shakes her head. We didn't say that. It's not our place to lay judgment. Jonathan folds his hands. I can't honestly say that I would have reacted differently if I was Superman and this happened to you, or Clark, or Martha. Who's to say? Connor's voice lowers, almost a plea. He's supposed to be better than all of us. That's not fair. He's only one man, Martha says gently. No, Connor mutters, his jaw tight. He's Superman. Martha reaches out, her voice warm but firm. Connor, dear, all I can say is, if you want some measure of peace in your heart, you're going to have to find some way to forgive him. Connor looks away, his voice breaking. I can't. Night falls over the Kent farm. From the shadows, Cassie steps forward, her eyes sharp as she watches Connor stride toward the fields. Where are you going to go, son? Jonathan asks quietly. I'm not going to let him get away with it. Someone has to stop him. His figure disappears into the night. A communicator crackles. I located Connor, but he's on the move again. And it sounds like he's going after Clark. Damn, Red Robin mutters in the Batcave. He turns to Starfire. I'm going to give Dick a call. Don't, she interrupts firmly. He won't help us. Tim scowls. What are you talking about? Just trust me, she says, her voice hard. Listen, Cass, we're on our own here. What do you want to do? Cassie stares ahead, determination in her eyes. I'm going to follow. Stand by. Steel and ice shatter violently as Connor tears through debris, searching for something. Seriously, Connor? Cassie's voice echoes as she lands behind him, arms folded. You're not going to find any kryptonite, she warns. The Justice League purged this planet of the stuff years ago. He doesn't stop. You think I don't know that? Then what are you looking for? She presses. He turns, eyes dark. The only thing that can truly stop Clark. By sending him someplace he can never escape from. Do me a favor and get out of here. You can't be here when he shows up. Connor doesn't look up. Too late. Someone says. Amidst the rubble, Superman descends, holding a strange device in his hands. I assume you're looking for this, he says, his red cape whipping in the wind. Cassie narrows her eyes. What is that? Her expression hardens as realization hits. A Phantom Zone projector. You want to punish me by sending me to the Phantom Zone, Clark growls. Superman's eyes glint coldly. Very Kryptonian of you, Connell. Connor stares back at him, breathing hard. Believe me, the last thing I want to do is hurt you. But no one is going to stop me from making sure there's never another Joker. Not even you. Superman says coldly. Cassie steps forward, panic in her voice. Connor, no. But Connor lunges. He crashes into Superman with a violent attack, sending the projector tumbling through the air. Concrete and ice shatter as the two collide again. Superman reels, taking a punch, but steadying himself, his face grim. I appreciate your passion, he says, his breath misting in the cold air. But this is not a fight you can win. Connor wipes blood from his lip, defiant. Then you're going to have to murder me like you did Joker. Because I'm never going to stop coming after you. A sudden blast of energy tears through the battlefield. Superman staggers as Starfire's searing bolts strike him, and Red Robin steps out of the shadows beside her. We're with you, Connor. No matter what. Corey says evenly. Tim smirks faintly. But how about giving the Titans a heads up next time? There won't be a next time, Superman affirms, firing another beam of heat vision that slams into Starfire. Connor squares his shoulders, rage burning in his eyes as he rushes back into the fray. Playtime is over. Superman shouts. Superman tightens his fists, cape billowing, as Wonder Girl braces for impact. The Titans close in, ready to stand by Connor's side, no matter the cost. Superman takes a brutal punch to the face, the sound of a bone breaking echoing as the blow lands. At the same moment, Clark's fist crashes into Superboy with a deafening blow, both sides locked in a violent storm of strikes. Cassie and Corey surge forward with fierce determination, every hit shaking the air. "You guys keep him busy," Tim growls while Starfire strikes Superman with a brutal kick in the stomach. Meanwhile, Tim races toward the Phantom Zone projector, his cape whipping behind him. "I'll get the Phantom Zone projector," he shouts, grabbing hold of the device. But as he strains with all his strength, it doesn't move an inch. "I can't pick it up." Superman, standing tall among the wreckage, answers with cold finality. "That's because the safety cap weighs 100 tons. The fight rages on. Superman smashes his head into Connor Starfire, defeating her, seizing both Cassie and Connor by the head, forcing them down with overwhelming power. Robin steps forward, voice steady, trying to cut through the chaos. "Bruce tells me you're a really bright kid, Tim. So I imagine you recognize just how pointless this is." "Pointless or not," Tim answers firmly, "that wouldn't stop Bruce from coming after you." Clark walks forward, imposing, eyes dark. "True, but the difference is that Batman always has a plan." Connor, bloodied and furious, lunges once more with a roar. Clark turns crashing into Connor's chest with a savage noise. "Connor!" Cassie screams, horror in her voice as she sees the devastating impact. Connor crumples, blood trickling from his mouth as he falls to his knees. "I'm so sorry, Clark murmurs, but the words are empty. Cassie charges in, her voice breaking. "What did you do to him?" Clark's face hardens. His sternum is broken. One of his ribs has punctured his heart. He's bleeding out. Starfire kneels beside Connor, cradling him as crimson stains the ice beneath them. He's bleeding internally. The battlefield falls into a tense, dreadful silence as the weight of what has just happened settles over them all. Cassie's voice trembles as she pleads with Superman, her hands almost reaching out to him. "Please, you've got to help us get him to a hospital." But Superman's face is somber, his voice unshaken. "He won't make it." Tim clenches his fists, disbelief turning into anger. "So that's it? You're going to let him die?" Superman looks away for a moment, then back at them. "No, there's only one way to save his life. By sending him to the Phantom Zone, which exists outside of space and time." Tim's eyes narrow. "So he'll live?" "Yes," Clark answers, "but he will become a psychic phantasm. His fate will no longer be tied to his physical form." Tim steps closer, still searching for hope. "And you'll do it?" Superman's voice is steady but heavy. "I'll only do this under one condition. I can't have you working against what I must do. So you all have to go with him. That said, I promise to bring you all back when my work is done. Do you agree to my terms?" The Titans exchange glances, tension in the air, but Cassie doesn't hesitate. She whispers, firm and resolute, "Do it." A glow begins to fill the room as Clark powers up the Phantom Zone projector. He looks at Connor, pain flickering in his eyes. "I am sorry." A blinding beam envelopes Connor and the others as they vanish into the Phantom Zone. Clark stands alone in the cold expanse, his cape torn and fluttering in the icy wind. He stares at the device, his voice low, almost to himself. "But I have a world to save." He turns away, eyes filled with purpose. For Lois. And that's the story, folks. Please, leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. See you next time.